poppin' till they hate you. Part two, baby, I just had a breakthrough.
Gonna watch video again. Okay. Look. Titties.
Wow.
And
That's not what I sent you.
That's not what you sent me, but you're a boy. So you look at the titties. Such a boy. Right?
Everybody loves titties.
You're such a boy.
You don't have to be a boy to like chi-chis.
Kind of do.
No.
I don't know. Maybe not. Or a gay girl.
I don't think so.
Or a gay girl.
You could be a straight female and can admire a nice-looking woman.
Admire?
Yes. Admire. You say she's good-looking. I said.
See, so this goes back into our conversation about gender fluidity in the last segment. Yeah. Imagine me saying some shit like, I can admire a fellow.
Well, you can say that he's a nice-looking man. What's wrong with saying that?
No, nobody.
He's decent.
Nobody says he's a nice-looking man.
What would they say then?
Homie got his shit together. Anything other than
whatever.
What you say.
Okay, same difference.
Nobody says, wow, he's a nice-looking man. Nobody says this. And then
you sure about that?
Then you do this.
So what did they say?
He's a nice-looking man.
He fit? He built? What do you say?
Yeah, nah, homie dressed clean,
Excuse-moi.
He got his shit, you know what I'm saying?
So
he looking sharp,
Okay, whatever.
He's a nice-looking man. Nobody does this. See, women, y'all can do that. Y'all be like, she got big old booty.
Yep.
She got big old titties.
Yep. See?
Look, her nipples is poking out. You can say all that shit.
And you could be straight.
Niggas ain't gonna be like, look at that bulge.
Well, that's kind of...
Exactly. You see? You see the
look
difference?
Look at that imprint. You wearing them great
See the difference? You see the difference? We can't and we won't say that shit.
You could.
Yeah, and then...
Ostracized for being... Oh, I can't say that word. The G.
Ostracized?
Yeah, if I was about to say the G word. That's my G.
What G word?
I can't say it on here.
What, gay?
Yes. You said I couldn't say all these words. The G word.
The G word? Gay? You mean gay?
Yes.
The G.
If you
the G word.
Why
people got us so fucking shook?
Well, you told me I couldn't say certain things.
No, certain. Listen, if I gotta blurt it out, I'll cut it out. But gay is gay. Like that's not a.
Oh, okay.
I don't think it's a slur. I don't think so. They.
But I can't say the word rape, but I can say gay.
No, right.
Oh,
right. This is true.
So, cut that then.
No, it'll be edited.
Cat.
So, hey, cat, idiot. So let me go to my shit and see what you sent me. All that shit that we just said, and go right on the Patreon. Okay. A Real by Modern Society. So let me download this so I'll have it. So later, when I edit, my job will be easy. I don't gotta look for this shit.
That's right.
All right. So, okay. Let me hear this shit. Hold on. Hold on, y'all. I gotta rewind this shit.
Yep, play it from the beginning.
I gotta play it so that the camera can hear it, so I can play it on screen for you people, for you motherfuckers, you motherfuckers. Trying to rewind this shit. Okay, let me turn it up.
So I hung out with my best guy friend yesterday. We got brunch and then walked through the park together. We stopped at a photo booth and took some cute photos. And then we got wine and watched a movie together at his place. We had so much fun. He's the best. So you cheated on your boyfriend? No, of course not. I didn't sleep with my guy friends. Do you hear how delusional that sounds? This example is a tad extreme, but it illustrates a very simple point. Cheating doesn't start at sex. It's way more of an emotional issue than a physical one. You hang out with or talk to a friend of the opposite sex who your partner doesn't trust, you're cheating. You flirt with someone at work, you're cheating. You sexualize yourself to intentionally attract the gaze of someone other than your partner, you're cheating. And if you're still confused, let me wrap it up with this very simple definition. When you put yourself in an environment or take part in an exchange that you think might make your partner uncomfortable, no matter how small it may be, you're cheating.
Okay. All right. That's very interesting. Who's gonna go first?
You can go first.
You want me to go first?
Yeah, I want you to go first. I mean, I agree with some of the things you're saying, but we can hear what you
Right.
what you
This
think.
is a nutcase. Like, yo, it's with someone your partner doesn't trust. So it's your
That's the thing I was gonna say as well.
my thing. Oh, what if your partner don't trust nobody?
Right. So then,
You can't do shit.
right, you can never leave the house. You might as well just stay inside.
Oh, I almost want to listen to it again. Hold on.
Had so much fun.
I think
So,
she should have took out that
Walked through the park together.
your
Huh?
partner doesn't trust part. So it could be a friend that your partner likes as well.
start again because I played the audio.
I said she should have cut out the part about your partner doesn't trust.
Okay.
I think you would have had a better leg to stand on than someone you don't trust. And then the hanging out, I can understand hanging out with people. It doesn't necessarily.
Okay. So she says she went and hung out with her friend
Mhm.
at his place. They had wine and what else?
Well, they went out. They went to the movies. They had I don't know, had a walk at the park or something, whatever. Hung out at his place after. They had drinks. So then the friend says, "So you cheated on your boyfriend?" She's like, "No, we didn't have sex." She's like, "Well, cheating isn't not just the physical act; it's the emotional part as well."
Well, it depends on what emotions are being happening. I mean, so the way she describes it, it doesn't seem intimate, right?
Right.
It doesn't seem like romantic from what I'm hearing. I mean, they had wine and what else? Wine
And watched movies and hung out and.
I guess. I mean, when I
But
say
then
I
she
guess,
goes on after and says the other stuff, which is like, okay, that's different, separate from that situation of hanging out and.
I do believe cheating is emotional. I'm one of those people. I'm weird, where I believe cheating is emotional. It's not physical, right?
Mm-hmm.
A lot of guys think this way. They won't say it, but they think this way because if they're the ones doing it, then they'll use that as a defense.
Okay.
But if it's a woman that does it, then all of it, because I think that men look at women's cheating different than ours. Now, whether that's fair or not is another discussion. But a lot of men feel as though, due to biology, a lot of science kind of backs this up, but it's not like 100%. Because I feel like women have physical sex drive, right?
Right.
It's not just always like you're gonna cheat or you're gonna fuck with the guy and y'all gonna run off into the sunset together and shit, right? Girls have meaningless sex all the time. And so do and I think people have meaningless sex. Now, what we're told is that women are supposed to have meaningful sex, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like this is one of those double standards, right? Where men can do what they do and
Right.
women can't because it means something different. It can mean something different, but it doesn't mean that it does, right?
Right.
It can be a man can have a fling, a woman can have a fling, right? So it doesn't necessarily have to be that. Now, what she's saying the emotional. So if it was like deep emotional shit, like if you're dealing with someone, let's say there's no sex, but you and some guy or you and some girl as a man, y'all kicking it the way that you would kick it with someone dating, then that could mean something, right? Has nothing to do with who your partner trusts and all that other stupid shit she said.
Right.
It's more about what a person's intentions are.
Exactly.
I'm thinking, right? That's my point of
That's
view.
the way that I took it too.
Right. But then you have people like been to Japan, 8 times.
Mm-hmm.
In Japan, women will say that they don't mind if their husbands fuck with a prostitute because there's no emotional attachment.
And so what if they did have an emotional attachment? Then it's different?
I mean, I guess
Like what if he was seeing the same prostitute every time?
I don't know. You probably would have to ask a woman, but it depends on if you're just going to see the prostitute and y'all have sex and then you leave, or if you taking out on dates and y'all have long talks on the phone and shit like that. So it depends. It all depends on what the intention is. So, and this goes both ways. I don't think that that's a gender based thing. I think that both men and women have sex drives.
Mm-hmm.
I think that the way society deals with men's and women's sex drive is different. This is one of those double standards that's the other way around. Because we usually talk about, or we have spoken about, double standards that favor women.
Mm-hmm.
Today it's kind of the flip side where, see, I'm fair.
I didn't say you weren't.
I'm
So what's
fair,
them?
right?
He fair, I guess.
I'm not one of these guys that like, oh my gosh, your body count, right? Right? Oh my gosh, so many bodies. But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like, and you niggas are going to disagree with me. I don't care. I don't care. Listen, I sold magazines with
Yeah.
damn near naked. I can't judge it. I've been around too much. I'm not a square. Like, I've been around too much. I done seen too much. I've seen a whole lot in my time on this earth to be on some Puritan shit.
Yeah.
I'm the opposite of that, right? So I have unconventional views when it comes to not just what men do, but what women do also. Now, what I tell women is, do what you do, just be careful. That's all I say to women, because I feel like with women are more susceptible to things than we are. And that's just what it is. But I say, I don't judge, because there are women, you might see a dude you like and, you want to see what it be about. Right? I'm not mad at that. Just be careful. That's all I'm.
Because he's a nice looking gentleman.
But this bitch is a nutcase. This chick in this video, she's not the type I would date. Like, oh my God, no, get out of here. No. I tell you something. I used to deal with a female, right? I used to deal with a woman. I want to say female, right? I used to deal with a woman. Female's an animal. I used to deal with a woman back in New York who liked girls. This was the first time I've ever been in a relationship or situationship or whatever this shit was,
Right.
where I was with a girl who liked girls. And ever since then, I couldn't go back. And let me tell you why. Listen to me, gentlemen. Listen to me.
Got spoiled.
Not because like we was having wild threesomes or some shit like that.
Oh.
It wasn't even that. It was because shit was relaxed. Because a girl who likes girls will look at girls on the street.
Yeah.
And then tap you. Look at that girl. Look at that big booty. She got a fat ass. Look at it. Look at her ass. Look at it. You don't see it? Yeah, I see it. Okay. All right, I'm looking. Right? It's not about wild threesomes, because we ain't even do none of that. But with a girl who likes girls, all the kind of like jealousy stuff, at least this was my experience, kind of fades off. Like,
Yeah.
it's not like dealing with a woman who doesn't like girls, or like you said, you don't gotta be gay to look at titties. So like if you see some real big titties and you say, hey, look at these titties, and I look at them titties, I say, those are some nice titties, and you says, aren't they though? Then
That's it. That's the end of that.
Right. But you get women like this who be like, oh my God, you're disrespecting me looking at those titties. I feel so disrespected.
Or a lot, yeah. Or if you're dating the woman, then she's like, "Why would you do that? Why are you looking at her in front of me like that? Like,
yeah.
yeah. So then go be with her then.
Right.
If you
Like, I
like
can't
it so
look at
much.
it. It's a big ass. We walking down the
Right.
street. The shit is like, y'all be on the internet. Y'all be seeing these retarded ass asses. The shit is like, it's not just a regular big ass. It's like, and now I gotta walk down the street and pretend
Right, with your
I don't
blinders
see,
on.
I don't see that big ass walking by, and she's looking at me like, nigga, you better not look at that ass.
Right, you're sweating.
I see the ass. I know you see the ass, but don't. I dare you turn around, motherfucker. I dare you. You better not turn around. Fuck all that. That
Yeah.
shit is corny.
You ain't poppin' till they hate you. Pop two, baby, I just had a breakthrough.